Hi, Scorpio. Thank you for welcoming us into experience and perceive through your lenses and filters of perception. There's your card, Scorpio. Let's see what we're dancing with on the Liffruma card. I'm sure the camera on this camera has been better than it is at this moment in time before, but there we go. So, learning. This was the bonus card for Sagittarius the other week. So we've got Scorpio, in your water energies, we're dancing with pinks and blues and browns. And it's about your feet, which is interesting. We've just come from Pisces. Pisces is the rule of the feet. You are the ruler of the pelvis, the groin area. This is so... Or maybe it's because we've got it on big screen. Maybe if we take it off big screen because it's frustrating us. There we go. We'll leave it like that because that just feels familiar. You're the ruler of, the pelvis, the groin, reproductive organs. And so if this is talking about feet, it's the energetic pathways from your feet. Your feet have the most bones. We can't remember how many. Is there like 106 bones in the feet or something? There's a load of bones in the feet. So is there energetic alignment happening or misalignment between your feet and your pelvis? What's your gait like? What's your walking like? We're seeing smoke in this card more today. Do you do any ceremonial practices with smoke? Saging, like we did with our little burner at the start here. Still, it's actually a little bit warm, but it's mostly out. Do you actually smoke yourself? Are you attempting to give up smoking? Marble effect patterns as well. We're seeing when you've got like put oil in water, or that marble effect. 31 is 13 reversed, which is the number of the death card in the tarot, which is your card. So there's great alignment going on there. Soul Prince, Scorpio, you are more of a mysterious sign with the death and transformation. And there's that phrase of like footprints, that leave footprints in your heart. True friends, the road's never long when you're with true friends that leave footprints in your heart. Is there a friend that you need to connect with, or want to connect with, or has a friend or connected with you recently? Or maybe a friend's going to come in and connect with you, an old friend that's a deep heart connection from the past. Barefoot, rarefoot, stepping and treading with soul intention. A journey starts with a conscious step. A racing pace in haste to reach a destination punctures the soul's purpose. The tracks of our footprints map our past path. Our feet talk of where we have walked. Step deliberately with well-intentioned thoughts of love. So that's interesting that we're saying about an old heart connection friend with love might come back in, or you feel you might want to reconnect with them after there's been a period of transformation for both of you. What was connecting there? Are you rushing along in something too much. It was the bit that stood out was punctures the soul, a racing pace in haste to reach a destination punctures the soul's purpose. For us, the journey is the destination. Are you perceiving that you've got a destination you want to get with? Have you got yourself some targets and some goals? And maybe when you were planning, you didn't understand how long it would take to do something. For us, we know that however long we think it's going to take to do something, we need to almost quadruple that. So do you need to double or triple? There's the number 3 and 1, so it could be triple. So next time you do some planning, to be some more accurate on time management, so that you're not rushing through things, to triple the amount of time that you've got on it, to be aware that the journey is the destination, and whatever goals it is you're attempting to reach, to understand it's not all about the goals, it's not all about the achievements or the targets. It's about our connection to our heart and whatever it is we're doing. That's if we really care about what it is we're doing. Some people just want to get stuff done and get it out there. That's the modern consumerism world is like that, but we're holistic health and well-being, in alignment and sync with the symbiotic relationships of Mother Earth. And so we're looking at the card and the screen to try and keep it still for you. And so in the modern consumerism world, it doesn't have a holistic approach of the health and well-being of Mother Earth and the human. It's about getting a product. And in the old days, it would be a lot of effort went into that product. The product would last you a long time. Whereas now you can get something and then it'll break and you throw it away. So we're just creating more rubbish and waste. Or rather than maybe upcycling it or repurposing it, reusing it, recycling it, or choosing to spend a bit more money in the short term to actually buy eco-friendly, environmentally friendly, ethically friendly. Because everything that we do in our awareness of how we consume has a reflection back on us inside. So if we're just going into that snap hazard, quick, easy reality around outside of us, then it's going to have an impact of the same inside of us. And it's about, we want, especially as we're getting older, we want to, and we're always getting older, it doesn't matter what age you are, you're getting older. Eventually, if you're young, eventually that easy, not having a hangover and everything just generally being easy, you don't know how easy it is until you start losing it, unless you've really got that awareness as a younger person. And if you are a younger person coming into this, we're feeling you do have that awareness. Understanding the depth and transformative energies takes an emotional maturity, unless you're someone escaping into things. And we don't feel those energies, though. We feel that from this card that there's a rushing, and there needs to be a pacing oneself, understanding that you're running a marathon, you're not running a sprint. Yeah, okay, we're going to see what are your other cards. So we're going to keep the same pattern, and we're going to start with your micro. So this is your micro. Oh, because look where it brings you. When you get that balance and you get that pace of the ebb and the flow, aligned with your internal rhythms and cycles, aligned with the external rhythm cycles of Mother Nature, being able to handle the collective cycles and rhythms of the cosmos and the galaxy when they come, and any chaos that comes from the collective of humanity. 19, you have pride in yourself, but you're not too proud, because you've got the balance, you've got the ebb and flow. They've each got a black cat here in a field of sunflowers, and they're dancing in a circle in that circular flow motion. It's about understanding circular system routines over linear logical routines, getting up with sunrise every day rather than getting up at a set time every day, or following that pattern where in winter you get more rest and hibernate more than you do in summer. So your internal microcosm is absolutely shining when you balance out the rhythms and pace yourself and understand you're running the marathon, not a sprint. How do they align with your external rhythms? Look at that 5, the Hierophant. Because you know when to do, it doesn't have to be sit down meditation like this. It can be a passive active meditation, painting, drawing, cycling, playing music, or it can be a sit down one like this, or it could be qigong, tai chi, yoga, 5 rhythms, chakra dancing, doing things that for your external body that connects your, so we perceive the external reality through our 5 physical senses. Then we have to process all that information that comes in through the 5 physical senses that our limited conscious mind isn't hugely aware of. And when we get that balance and that pace, I would say bang on or spot on, but it's not. There's a spectrum. Within the spectrum, sometimes it'll be a bit more, sometimes it'll be a bit less. Then the sun energies are just beautiful. Are you right, darling? Okay, are you right? And there's just this wonderful harmony and alignment in your inner realms, in your outer realms. Do you want to come up here and say hello? Okay. You okay? Yeah. You can come up here and say hello if you want. But if you're not feeling these energies, like we're saying, then take up some practices where that balance, and some energetic practices that can balance your energies. So many different forms of yoga: shadow yoga, hatha yoga, ashtanga yoga, iyengar yoga. Look into what kundalini yoga. Look into what yoga would suit you if you want to do yoga, but you don't have to do yoga. But it's more of an energetic practice that involves the body, the heart, the mind, the spiritual side and the philosophy, but the grounding. So it's just to look in. Maybe you've got the dedication and willpower, you can do that on your own. Maybe you look around to see what classes are around. I mean, it might be that you don't get to choose what style, but you can see if there's any community classes that are close to you, and that might decide what you do. And you might go to one style class with one teacher and not like it, and go to the same style class. Like you might go to hatha yoga with one person, not like it, and go to hatha yoga with another teacher and absolutely love it. So it really depends on that connection to the teacher, the facilitator that's there at the same time. So not to be put off. It might take you a few occasions, just like if you're going to see a counsellor or a therapist, it might take a few to go to. But your energies are amazing. And this is energies, so it's a potential. So the potential there is amazing. Whether you're harnessing those energies depends on your own choice and free will. But if you do choose to do so, the outcomes, wow, look at it. It's sunny, it's magical, it's serene, it's calm, it's playful, it's fun, all those good, wonderful, nutritious words. Now let's see how Metatron's Archangel Metatron is aligning for you with this as well. Letting go, time for release. And we actually had a bit of a letting go, slight noise and twitch in our left abdomen there. So if we had that, we believe in the energies that are aligning. So maybe there's some energetics going on in your left rib cage area, which is having, we just had a gentle passing of wind through the upper channels. Maybe that's the area that will need a bit of focus for letting go. So maybe some twists. But then if you're doing the yoga, all of that will happen in the yoga. But we're getting the feeling this isn't a conscious letting go. This is if you are aligning yourself with these potential of energies that are there, this is going to be just a natural letting go that takes place. And we believe everyone has all the energies in their chart. So if you're looking at it from all the energies in the chart, I mean, where's your Scorpio? Are you a Scorpio sun that's come here? Are you a Scorpio Uranus or Chiron or Moon or Saturn or Jupiter? What house is it in? Maybe you don't have anything in your Scorpio energies, but you've still got your Scorpio energies. It just means there isn't any specific focus there in your natal chart. It's only when there's transits that are going through. Do you have any transits or aspects going through your natal chart? But yeah, there's just a natural release, a natural letting go that is just going to be so beautifully, wonderfully smooth, flowing, with sunshiny results if you choose to harness these potential energetics and master the pace needed for a marathon, and don't go into a sprint. Oh, that was wonderful. Really, really wonderful. Thank you, Scorpio. That was an absolute pleasure. We sincerely hope that you, if you're not feeling already, that you manage to find that potential and access it and harness it, because the serenity that it's going to bring you into is just beautiful. So thank you, Scorpio, for allowing us to experience and perceive through your lenses and filters of perceptions. Take care. And the Liffruma card, the legendary Liffruma card we have for you, Pisces, 22, the Master Builder number of intuition, the number of major arcana in the tarot. 2 is the balance, is one of the bridges from the seen world. So when you've got the 1 to 9 and you take out your 3, 6, 9, the Tesla code, you're left with 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, and the 2 and the 8 for us is the bridge from the seen world, the tangible world, over to 6, the bridge from the unseen world, the spiritual world, the subjective, which is very good for Pisces. Pisces, you are more spiritual and you're more subconscious, more spiritual, fluid, the most mature of the signs. 12 is the subconscious, getting deep into the depths of the subconscious and the sea. 2 is the number of patience as well. You've got the High Priestess at number 2. Number 20 is judgment, both made of number 2 there. These actually could be like the white dove, the judgment card of the dove of peace. So there's like a piece. So we're just going into the colours and the pathology first. We've got the 2 crosses. Or you can have like the square in the middle. So this could be like the body and the trunk with the legs and the arms. We kind of have a focus around holistic health and well-being, and the body and the breath, if one hadn't have noticed.